Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for being here. I've got a new box. Let's get into it and check it out. This is the Mani and Me by Maniology. If you guys haven't seen my first Maniology video, I'll put a card so you can go over and check it out if you would like to. But that was just a video of a lot of their products, which don't get me wrong, I love. I'm using them constantly. I love them so much that I decided I had to have the monthly box. I'm doing this with my own monies. I do have a code for them. I will put all of that information down below, but this is just something that I chose. I also picked up a couple of extra products, but let's get in here and see what's in the monthly subscription. The problem that I am having, this is my latest one, with the Maniology is I'm wanting to change my nails 2 and 3 times a week, and I don't have time for that. Not that the process is long. The process isn't long at all, but then you're captive to your wet nails, and all right, when I get this open up, it says, get ready to go on a creative adventure. And this should have everything that you need in it to get started. When you first sign up, and again, I did this with my own monies. When you first sign up, you will get the stamping thing that you need. I'll show you in a second. And this scraper, and you'll get stamping plates and polish. Plus, there's a bonus item. The paper has spiders and spiderweb roses on it. Really cool looking. These are our polishes. Ooh, I'd say this is our bonus. It is artistic brushes. I'm gonna get good at this. I'm gonna need brushes. We have our 2 plates. There's a stamping guide in case you're new to it or you need to learn more, which I absolutely do. A cute little sticker that says abracadabra. You will have your crystal clear stamper and you will have your scraper. I can't show you the scraper. I'll show you in a few minutes. When I went to do my nails the other day, I had all of the girls here last week and we did all of our nails, and at some point when we were cleaning up after, I think my scraper got thrown away. So I had my husband, I explained to him what the scraper was because I didn't want to see any of this. I had him get into the box and find the scraper for me, which luckily was just on the side, but I will show you that when we get downstairs. But in your first box, you will get the scraper and you will get the ice cube stamper. Let me show you the ice cube stamper. I have one of these. I am happy, since I have done it now with my girls, I am happy to have 2 of these now, because when I was doing the littles, one of the bigs was doing her own nails and we needed another stamper. That is what the stamper looks like. And you just take the lid off. You can wash this with a little bit of soap. I used dish soap and water the first time. You don't want to get oils on it. You never want to clean it with acetone. It will ruin the silicone, but that is what that looks like. And I'm actually going to keep the box of this one so that when I'm storing it in my big basket with everything else, I always worry about that lid coming off of it and it getting poked with something. So I will keep it in here. That will be perfect. The bonus is the nice nail art brushes. They are in different colors, and I don't know if you can see, I'm gonna try and show you. Each of the brush lengths is different. I think that depending on how you use it and what you need to do with it, you need a different length. I don't even know yet. I'm gonna have to get on and do lots of YouTube research. And then it has the dots that you can use at the other end. Those are all different sizes, and they're so pretty. They're plastic with the little different colors inside, like glitter. We have our nail polishes. Let's see what our colors are this month. Each month you will have 2 nail polishes. I actually wanted to get on the other day and buy several of the nail polishes, and I said to myself, okay, if you're gonna do this monthly, in 1 year you will have 24 polishes. I don't know that we need to start buying extras, at least at this point, but I think I actually do need white and black because I want to start doing some reverse stamping where you put a lot of colors on it, and I need black for that. Ooh, these are the colors we get. We have our cards. I skipped right past the cards. This says Maniology, Mani and Me, and it talks about the polishes on the back. And the pink one over here, pinky purple, is Corpse Reviver. It is a thrilling purple glow-in-the-dark nail polish. And the green is Zombie Hut. It's a light green stamping polish with a classic cream finish. Their stamping polishes, you can try stamping with any polish you want, but their stamping polishes are really creamy and they just work really well. Are you brave enough for our creepy tiki nail stamping collection? Surrender to the mystic allure of our limited edition Hawaiian Halloween theme. Craft mesmerizing manicures alongside deadly dancers, surfing vampires, and ghoulish tiki drinks. Every manicure will be a haunting masterpiece ready for a happy Halloween night. And then these are the 2 plates. Those are all of the things they were talking about. And just for the record, it gives you a little how-to also. as does this little booklet we got, and then it has a QR code that says for more tricks. So they are really trying to help you out, and I would take the help. They come with a blue coating on them, and as I come to camera, I'm gonna leave this on because I feel like it will make it easier. They are so reflective once you take it off, and I think that might help a little bit. Yeah, see, I think that might help. It was like shining a mirror in your eyes last time, but that is one of them. So cute. It's a scary night, and there's little tiki people. There's a little pineapple jack-o'-lantern and a little pumpkin jack-o'-lantern that they made a drink out of. And then there's this one. Oh my gosh. This one has ghosts up top here. It has ghosts in hula skirts. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I will show you these again downstairs because once I'm done showing these, I'm gonna go downstairs and we're gonna do these. This is so fun. Oh, there's one that just says boo. See, I'm gonna do a dry run. I wanna see, oh, it's a skeleton with its sunglasses up on its head. This is some cute stuff. Yeah, I cannot wait to play with these. That is what would come in your monthly subscription. You would get the 2 plates, your 2 nail polishes. In your first one, you will get the stamper and the scraper that you need to do the work. And then you get a bonus, and the September bonus is these fantastic brushes. I added because I had seen somebody do it online, this French plate, and it's how you do French tips. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see it. I tried it, and I did a white tip, and I had used a dark polish underneath, and it did not look good. So I took it all off. I'm gonna try it again. I know that it is 100% operator error. I'm sure this works just fine, and I can't wait to try it again. And because I've been doing this for a hot 3 minutes and I'm already collecting plates, I decided that I needed something cool to keep my plates in, and they have books. That is what that looks like. When you open it up, it's just little plastic sheets, and in theory, you're just gonna take your plate, yep, and slide it right in, and then you'll have your plates right in a book. Oh, that's on the back side too. So it will hold a lot. So you've got your plate on the front, plate on the back. This will be a really great place to keep your plates because I have mine in these. So every time I go to do my nails, I have to slide them out and look at them, slide them out and look at them. This will be much easier to just kind of look in the light, flip the page. Oh yeah, which one do I want to do? So much fun. I have a problem. This is so much fun, guys. I am loving it so much. I think this was the summer book that I got here. I thought I would do smaller books. I think they have bigger books, but I thought I would do smaller ones so that then I can keep like things together. Like I can keep all my holidays in one or all my summer ones in another. I don't know. That's where my brain went initially. Okay, we're gonna cut to me downstairs and we're gonna play with these new plates. And I'm sorry, glow in the dark nail polish. You know this is the one I'm using. And again, if you have any interest in this, I'll put the links and a code below. I think it's discount code. I'll put it here too. Guys, we are downstairs. This is my Manny and Me box. This is the September box with your first box, and this was my first box. And just for the record, bought this with my own monies. You get the stamping cube, which is the ice stamping cube, and the little scraper that you have to have. Both of these are required, so they send it in your first box. For the September box, they leaned toward Halloween, and it's a Hawaiian Halloween, so that's gonna be fun. And I'm gonna do my manicure today using these products, so let's get into it. First, we gotta get some color on my nails. Before we get started, let me show you what I set out, because this is the second time we've shown it on the channel. I set out paper towels, and I have extra over here, because when you scrape, this is what you're gonna wipe on. I keep this just in case I make a mess and I wanna clean up. These are our 2 new colors, and I'm gonna use this as a base because it's the glow in the dark, but I don't think that this will show over it, so I got out my white because we may stamp in white so that it's sure to show on that pretty color. There's tape. You'll see why I use that as we go along. We have our stamper, have to have your stamper. I have the base coat, which is just my own base coat. They do have a sticky base coat, and I used it on my first video, but really what I have discovered, that is for when you start doing reverse stamping. And reverse stamping is when you stamp something and then you color it in. So to make your nails sticky again so it will stick well, you use that coat. I was just about to say, but I'm probably not doing that today, but just in case I feel like doing it, I do own these nice brushes now. So I will leave these out in case I decide to, I don't know, maybe try and do some reverse stamping. I don't know that I have that kind of skill level yet, so we'll see. This, if you didn't see it last time, has a little claw that comes out of the end. And the whole point of that little claw is you can grab your cotton ball. So now when you acetone this, you won't mess up your nails that you've already done. You have to clean your plate. This is your plate. You have to clean your plate after each use when you're stamping so that you be sure and get a nice deep stamp. And you have to use 100% acetone, not any of the kinds that have any of the additives in it that are like for softening nails and that kind of thing. These are the plates that came in the September box. I'm gonna go ahead and peel them. I haven't decided what we're gonna do for fun yet, but first we've got to get a base coat on. Doing this has become such therapy for me. I mean, the day that I was doing this, I turned on Alexa to yacht rock, which is something new I have discovered. It's kind of music from back when I was a kid, and it's relaxing. And this is my nail therapy. This base coat that I'm using is just one that I've owned all along. It is a julep base coat. It is the biggest bottle and it's not getting any thicker. So you know what? I've just stayed with it. I like it a lot. It's not too thick. It gives me a good base. It's not really a ridge filler, which I think technically I could use these days, but that's where I am. I'm sure you can tell from the video, but as we go through this, I'm doing most of this on at least 2 times because you don't want to actually watch me do my nails in real time, especially like I am now when I'm working with my left hand. It is a painful process to watch, so I will speed it up through the videos. It is so amazing to me how when you just add just your base coat, just some shine, at least for me, how much better my nails look. And something else that I'm noticing, and I'll show you in a second, my nails never used to grow like this. As long as they are now, I never used to be able to get consistent growth like that. And I'm starting to wonder if the Vegamore that I'm using on my hair is in some way also good for my nails. Maybe just from using my hands to rub it in, they're absorbing some of the goodness. I don't know. Okay, we are moving into our base coat. This is the Corpse Reviver. It is a glow in the dark, but it doesn't. I did not have any luck trying to get it to glow in the dark, even though I exposed it to a lot of light. On the video that Maniology did, they put a flashlight on it, and then they showed it, and it did work, but just with regular light and then moving into the dark, it doesn't work. I also showed you a minute ago a 2, and that's because I realized right from the beginning that this was going to take 2 coats. Most base coats do for me. I just wanted to let you guys know that I did end up having to do 2 base coats. Something else that I noticed about this, and I'm sure it's probably to do with the glow in the dark quality, is it had a different scent than I'd ever noticed in any nail polish before. It wasn't necessarily offensive to me. I just noticed that it just smelled very different than normal nail polishes that you're used to. Of course, I'm just sitting here chilling out. I'm listening to my jams. I wish we did not have to worry about copyrights. I would love to have the music I was listening to in the background. We could all be chilling out right now. Do you guys find painting your nails relaxing? I have come to find this to be such a relaxing time. I guess maybe it's just something that I enjoy. I also, having nothing to do with nail painting, I have thought about doing the diamond painting. Are you guys doing that? And is that relaxing? I haven't decided whether I think I would find it relaxing or stressful trying to get it perfect. I'm also showing you now that I'm doing 2 coats. I didn't want you guys to have to set through the second coat, so I am done with that. And we're gonna move right into the stamping. And I've pointed out a couple of ghosts that I think we're gonna try here. Ultimately, I only end up doing it on one of my nails. You'll see why in a second, but they are so cute. It's so hard every time I sit down to do this to decide which plate I wanna use and then what I wanna use on that plate. So I'm getting ready to stamp that on my finger, and then I decide, you know what? We're gonna try the reverse stamping. And that's when you get just a regular white stamp like I'm showing you there, and that's of my ghost, and I decide that I'm going to paint him. You can do it with 1 color, you can do it with 20 colors. It's just a matter of how talented you think you are. And I don't personally think I'm very talented at all, and it kind of proves out to be true. So I decide that I am just going to use the orange. I put a little bit of it on the plate. That way you can dip your brush into it. It was so fun that we got the brushes as part of the September box because it gave me the opportunity to play with it, but not have to go out and get brushes. And one of the first things that I learned is, I think probably once you do your first initial stamp, whether you do it in white, black, a color, I think probably you need to let it set for longer than I did, because I am filling in the orange here on him. And when I flip it over, I'm going to realize that I've taken away some of the finer details. Sorry, you can't see that. I was trying to hold it close to my eyes, but I didn't wait long enough, I don't think, before I put the orange on it. So he of lumpy and bumpy and not perfect, but I decide what the heck, we're going to use it anyway. So that is the sticky base coat. And since you, in theory, let the ghost sit and dry most of the way, you've got to make your finger sticky again. So you use the sticky base coat, and that will help it adhere to your nail. One thing I did learn from watching all of the videos that I watched, because I have watched some videos trying to get better at this, is once you put the sticky base coat on, you wait for 30 seconds before you do the stamping that I'm doing now. He stamped on perfectly. I'm just realizing at this point, I'm not so good at the coloring yet, which I'm kind of sad about because I'm really good at staying in the lines when I color, but I focused very hard on that. And I think, see, you can see him, how the orange, he's just kind of blobby. So I'm going to have to watch more videos and find out how to make him less blobby. But I still think he's very cute. So now I'm saying, okay, we're moving on. I'm not doing that again on this other finger. I was going to do one on each ring finger, but until I get out there and watch more videos and get better at this, I think we're going to go ahead and move on to just doing an all over look, which is kind of one of my favorite looks, where it's just a big stamp that covers your entire nail. The beauty of the bigger ones is they're scenes, and you can pick any portion of those big pictures that you want, and that's what you can choose to put on your nail. But some of them, like one of the ones I was just pointing at, it's a whole big picture, and I'm not sure how you would put those on your nails, because I guess people have bigger nails than me, and you could just start on your thumb and kind of build a tableau across your entire hand. But I have found the one that I want to do, and it's pineapples and kind of leaves. So it has, the pineapples have been made into jack-o'-lanterns. So it has kind of a summer leaning into fall feel. And since I was working with kind of a pinkish nail, I thought that would be a fun way to just start introducing fall and Halloween. It is so stinking cute. The pineapple with his little malicious eyes and looking all scary like a jack-o'-lantern is adorable. Okay, one of the things that I'm realizing here, and I'm feeling quite clever about it, is, hey, if my nails aren't that wide, and the nice scraper also lifts the polish off of the cube, why wouldn't I estimate the width of my nail, take off the edges before I stamp, and then I won't end up with as much extra on my skin. And look, there's nothing on me, and I am feeling myself right now. I am so proud and feeling myself that I'm like, oh my goodness, how many other tips and tricks, because I'm sure other people are doing this. So I'm thinking, how many other tips and tricks are out there that I don't even know yet? There are so many things I need to go out and learn. So don't forget, you have to clean your plate each time between each use, because that will make your deeper, it just makes your stamp pick up better. Now I'm doing the sizing. A couple of times I run into problems when I'm doing this, but it's so easy to fix. And yeah, I am absolutely feeling myself. If you do happen to get some on your skin, all you've got to do is take a piece of Scotch tape and push it down on it. A lot of the time that will bring up the extra that you've gotten on your skin. If that doesn't, I have another tool that I'll show you in a little bit. If you happen to already do Maniology and you have any tips or tricks that you think I know, please let me know below. I enjoy doing this so much, and when I find little tricks that make it even easier, it makes me so happy, because look, there's basically no cleanup here. I mean, when I tell you I was so happy to have discovered this, oh my goodness, when I do my granddaughters with their tiny little nails, this is going to make it so much easier, because I always have a lot of cleanup with that because it gets on their skin because their nails are so tiny. Oh, this is going to make it so much easier. So I'm just showing you my hand right here just to show you how cute it is and how fun and easy this is to do. I start using the bottom. I could not work out how to have my tripod not be in the scene this time. I know it wasn't last time, so I just was doing something wrong, but as you can see there, I decide to make use of it, and I start keeping my tape there. The Scotch tape is so handy when you're doing this, and it doesn't seem like something that would be, but it's good for getting it off of your skin if you end up with any of it on your skin. When you go to clean off, if you have it left on your ice cube, that's what they call the stamping, silicone stamping that I'm using. It's an ice cube stamper. If you have any left on that, the easiest way to take it off that is with Scotch tape. I was amazed how handy the Scotch tape is. So I'm just going along, stamping my nails, Now that I know how to make it the right size, it is so much easier. You will see, I think this is the one where I scrape it and then I clean it up just like I've been doing so that it won't be making a mess out of my hand, and I make it too small. And I realized before I put it down that it's going to be too small, but it's perfect for my pointer. So I just skipped over there and I came back to my middle finger to make a wider one for that. I was actually out looking at videos this morning, and one of the things that I saw that I absolutely loved the look of is somebody had done their base color in black, and then they had done a matte top coat over it, so it made it look very matte, and then they did their stamp also in black, but then at that point it was shiny, and the shininess sitting on the black looked amazing. So I need to get a matte top coat because I don't have one, but I loved the way that looked. What I'm doing now is I just realized it's my thumb and I need to make it wider. So I go ahead and I'm getting ready to do my thumb, and you will see when I start doing the sizing it down like I've been doing where I take the edges off, I take too much off again, but I don't realize it. And I go ahead and stamp my thumb, and then I realize I don't have enough to cover my whole thumb, and I'm not comfortable with the negative space. So I just do a stripe right there and clean it up. And I end up making a small stripe and putting it down to basically match up with what I've already done on my nail. It is not perfect. If you came up and you grabbed my thumb and you stared at it, you would be like, hey, that is not a perfect match. But for all of the people that just I'm shaking hands with or I'm talking to in the mall, gesturing wildly with my hands, they are absolutely not going to notice that my thumb is not perfect. It looks better than our sad little ghost. Okay, time for a top coat, and I do use their top coat first. If I decide I want another top coat, I go ahead and use mine. Mine is the Ipsy gel coat, and it gives you, it's like a gel top finish. I always get at least a week of perfect nails, but I'll tell you what, I only used theirs last week and my nails stayed good all week. So this is the smudge-free top coat, and I use this first because my gel coat is really thick and I'm always afraid it's gonna lift some of the white. So let's put this on. I think immediately when you start adding a top coat, you get so much more depth. It does something to the stamping that it feels like it makes it, I was gonna say 3D, but you know what I'm saying. It gives it way more depth. Also the shine. I'm really a shine girl. That's why I don't own any matte top coats. I've always been all about the shine, but ooh, that shine on the matte looked gorgeous. But I just go through, I put one coat on. I know they say you should be better at doing the tips of your nails. I always forget, and my nails have been holding up just fine. I only used their top coat again. I know I talked about maybe putting my Essie over it, but I didn't, and I am taping this voiceover, I think 3 days after I did it, and my nails still look perfect. So I am very pleased with their top coat. I guess the takeaway at this point is I've been really pleased with the quality of the Maniology nail products. I guess the actual top coats, base coats, their nail polishes. I know they are 5 free. I never think to mention that. They don't actually brag about it, but they are 5 free, which is great. And I think I know you can use your own polishes as your base, which I have done at least half of the time. I've used my own base polish because I even have a base white that I use that is an OPI. It has just you probably wouldn't even know if I didn't tell you. It has just the sweetest tinge of pink in it, but I like it a lot. And I use that as my base a lot. But they say when you do your actual stamping, you should use theirs because they are creamier and you absolutely get better coverage. I will put my Maniology link and code below. I am an affiliate from the very first video that I did with them, but since then, just so you know, I've been buying all of my own goodies. I will put the code because with my code you get 10% off, so I will put all of that below. It is an affiliate code though. What I'm showing you now is a little tool that they have that's a brush that has been so handy. If you get any of that overlap that I sometimes pick up with the Scotch tape, you can use your acetone, dip that in the acetone and get that off the tips of your nails. It is definitely worth having if you're going to do the stamping. Are they not the cutest? Now they're Halloween-y, but they're not just orange and black. And don't forget, this color that I have in the background is glow in the dark. If you like this for the color, 10 out of 10 recommend. If you would purchase it for the glow in the dark, 0 out of 10 recommend. Thank you so much for coming by, guys. I hope that I was able to speed this up and talk over it so it didn't get too long. And if you have any interest, again, I will put the link down below. It's just so much fun. Thank you so much for coming by, guys. I appreciate you taking the time to be here. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I have more videos coming out. And have a great evening, guys. Bye. Or should I say boo?